Welcome back to Lonsdale Public Library Summer Reading Program 2021. I'm Marguerite.
I'm Penny.
And this is the week 5 video for readers. So that's that big mass of people in the middle. We love you, readers. So there is no special event this week because by the time you watch this, you will hopefully have had a really awesome 4th of July. Maybe you saw some fireworks.
Maybe you ate really good food.
Yummy. So, keep on your schedule that next week, week 6, is the end of summer reading program already. And we'll end it all up with an ice cream social. We love ice cream. Friday, July 16th at noon at Stika Park, which is the same place we had the kickoff party. It's the same place we had the Jolly Pops if you did that. So let's take a look at what's in your packets this week. It's a bulky one.
We'll talk about why when we get to the crafts.
Exactly. So, since we're in a patriotic mood, we start off with a USA flag maze. Isn't that clever? Somebody made a maze out of the flag. And then ask a couple questions. How many stars? Don't tell us. But do you know what they represent? If you don't know that, now's a good time to learn. And then we've got this really fun word search aided by the crayons. If you have not read The Day the Crayons ran away?
Quit.
Thank you.
And The Day the Crayons Came Back. Two very good books.
You should, because they're delightful. Answers are on the back, but don't start there. And then, as every week, there's a colorful animal quiz. This may be the hardest one, pink and purple, because they're pretty obscure.
I like that one the best. When I first looked at him, I like that guy up there.
Oh, that's
he is
cute.
really cool looking.
I like this crazy thing.
What is that thing?
So, again, my advice to you, as always, is if there are any that you recognize, do those first, and then look at the names for clues. I don't think there's any tricky ones. If it says butterfly, it's probably not going to be a snake. And then the ones you don't know, you've learned something new, and you can brag to your friends. And then for our coloring, we've got a color by numbers Mona Lisa. Possibly the most famous painting in the world.
Probably.
Probably. You've seen it, right?
I have, and it's not nearly as big as I thought it would be.
It's so small. But cool.
But very cool, yes. It's in the Louvre in Paris.
And then we've just got a fun little 4th of July. And Miss Penny will talk about crafts in just a mo. But first, I'm going to talk about your activity. So every group this week has this same handout about virtual museum tours. Because every group has an activity that you can do at an art museum. So if by chance your family goes to art museums, you could do it in person. The Minneapolis Institute of Art and the Walker Art Center are both open Thursday through Sundays. Or you can go to the Sculpture Garden, which is open every day from 6 a.m. till midnight. But if that's not an option for you, you can go to one of these.
I wanted to point out one of them, the second one down, the Louvre.
The Louvre.
You can go on there online. You can see the Mona Lisa online. My favorite was actually a little blue hippopotamus, a little blue ceramic hippopotamus. So you'll have to let me know if you find him on the tour.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff in the Louvre. So you can spend a long time. Yeah, so it's just some of the biggest museums in the world. We started with the Minneapolis Institute of Art because Minnesota, rah rah. But the Louvre, the Metropolitan Museum of Art in New York, the Musée d'Orsay in Paris is my very favorite.
It's very pretty.
And these are just a few suggestions. There's lots of places online that have good art museum tours. So what you're going to do is you're going to go on one of your tours, real or virtual, and then you're going to look for something to do a bingo. You know how to play bingo. So a landscape of a place you'd like to visit. Ooh, that's cool. And then a piece of art that is confusing. Now that's cool.
There's a lot of those to me. A lot of modern or contemporary art is confusing to me.
Yeah, so if it's just, two stripes on a canvas, well, why is that art? But then you read about it and maybe you learn. Okay, you are up.
All right, the first craft I'm going to talk about is a Zentangle. And as some of you may know, a Zentangle is a mix of meditation and art, which is a fancy way of saying you just relax and draw. So in your packet, you will receive this beautiful square. And this is a lot of fun because, as the directions mention, not that they're really directions, they're more like guidelines. But you can draw a border around it, and then you can draw a line that divides it in half, and then maybe divide that line a little bit more. And in each one, you can draw a different picture, and then you can outline it with your Sharpie that you got, I believe. Did I get the Sharpie? Okay, you can outline it with a Sharpie, or I used a black ink pen. It just worked better for me because it was a lot finer. And so I drew my own here to show you. I didn't color it yet, but I used a pencil to draw, and I drew a line across, and then I drew some lines this way, and then I drew patterns. Like I've got my swirls, I've got the curves here I thought were fun, or lines with dots. This right here, most of you probably don't know, this is the chemical symbol for caffeine. I like my coffee. I like some Pepsi. So that is what caffeine, the molecule, looks like. And then you could take your watercolors that I know you did get, and you could paint these in different colors maybe, or different designs. Like I said, I haven't added color to it yet, but I thought it was pretty cool. And then I can hang on to that. Now the other craft I would like to show you is actually a lot of fun. I've been playing with it all week, and it's super easy to do. You have your 2 colored cups. Take one of them, and you're going to take a rubber band and go from top to bottom, just like that. You're going to take the other rubber band, and you're going to crisscross it, top to bottom. See, so it looks like that, or like that. And just to make sure that they stay on, okay, because you want that X about in the middle, we gave you a 3rd rubber band to put around the outside. That's it. You have some stars that you can decorate this one with, but then you're going to put the one with the rubber bands on top. You're going to pull it down and let it fly. If I were you, I'd lean back a little bit. Not to say this happened to me, but if you're leaning over it, it will come up and hit you in the face.
One more time.
So remember, you just put it on top, pull it down.
Whee!
I couldn't even catch that one.
Special effects.
So, those are your crafts for this week. We actually broke the rubber bands playing. We had so much fun with it, so we ended up tying the rubber bands back together and just going from there again. So it was a lot of fun.
Forgot to mention the prize. There's a really cool prize this time. It is a 6-color pen. I want to write in orange. No, wait, I want to write in purple. No, wait, I want to write in green. Oops. Fun.
So, I think that's it. So we'll see everybody next week.